Wollen wir nicht ein Bild klauen? Ich habe noch Plätze bei mir an der Wand für Bilder. Der schlimmste Gast aller Zeiten. Also ich weiß, dass wir da rein müssen. Aber es wäre bestimmt witzig, wenn man überall mal guckt, was da drin ist. Ah ne, es ist verschlossen.
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rope.
Ah, ich habe kein gutes Gefühl dabei. Tja, wo ist der wohl hin? Offene Balkontür? Verstehe es nicht. Er ist einfach weg. Er ist verschwunden. Er hat sich in Rauch aufgelöst. Na gut, dann schauen wir uns die nochmal an. Ach, er ist aus dem Balkon raus.
Bloody handprint. It's his. Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Must have climbed this ladder.
Ich sehe gerade gar nicht, wo ist denn hier die Leiter? Die haben mein. Achso, da von der anderen Seite. Hier hoch. Habe ich hier was übersehen? Eigentlich soll ich ja die Witcher Senses hier nutzen. Okay, gucken wir mal hier rein.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard.
Okay, also er hat die irgendjemanden erwischt, den er dagegen geschubst hat.
Bloodstains. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it.
Okay.
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open probably.
Also er scheint hier so einiges mitgenommen zu haben. Allerdings frage ich mich jetzt gerade, das, was ich da aufgesammelt habe, warum war das denn dann noch da? Und das auch. Das sind schon noch ein paar wertvolle Sachen. Da kann er natürlich auch nicht alles mitnehmen. Okay, da ist er wieder raus.
Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room.
Ein Jagdmesser.
Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
Ja, er wird irgendwas Spezielles gesucht haben. Der wird ja jetzt nicht arm gewesen sein.
Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out, fall out. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way.
Aber wer? Der Vampir? Der andere Vampir?
They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything in full detail.
Okay, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt, was sie da noch zu erzählen hat.
I caught him red-handed.
Ach, sie war das.
Rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give
Und
him
dann
a
hat sie
chance.
diesen Dolch
He
genommen,
stood with his back
also
to
diese
me.
Jagdwaffe.
So I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew
So,
a
nee.
knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He...
Fell out of the window.
Just so.
Was? Sie hat das gemacht?
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman in a frock rather than...
Nein, weil es
plate.
das nicht wert
I can
ist.
take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Wegen ein bisschen Schmuck da eventuell abgestochen zu werden.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes, he stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it many years ago from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer.
Ach, wie bei
Is
Thief.
this the only
Der
evidence we
wird dann
found?
nur
Also happened on
beauftragt.
the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Ich weiß nicht. Das ist doch so ein bisschen wie bei Game of Thrones. Der wird doch nicht mit dem Dolch... Also der wird dem Dieb doch nicht den Dolch mitgeben, wo direkt noch Ornamente und so von ihm mit drauf sind.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Hat er was Wichtiges zu sagen? Tja, jetzt ist man hier zu zweit.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence...
Also die ist auf jeden Fall
anxiety,
strange.
Discomfort.
Weil sie hatte ja dann anscheinend da ihr Heirloom. Ich weiß gerade gar nicht, wie man das am besten übersetzt, aber es ist quasi das was man über Generationen dann immer weitergibt. Erbstück, ja, Familienerbstück. Und hat es quasi nicht an die Duchess weitergegeben, sondern hatte das dann halt.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing
Ja,
to
am
believe.
Schluss ist sie da auf jeden Fall
Worried about
dran.
one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether.
Vielleicht steckt diese Oriana hinter all dem. Wobei, dann würde sie ja nicht mit dem kämpfen
My
und so.
sister,
Und das von ihm würde
Siana,
ihr was geklaut werden.
might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Ihre Schwester soll dahinter stecken.
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed two lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Aber wieso sollte sie denn dann jetzt umgebracht werden?
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Ich weiß nicht, aber dann da diesen...
gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape or form. You must make sure of that.
Tja, dann gucken wir uns die mal
I'll
an.
find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis!
Ach,
What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlef van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally.
Verwechsel ich den gerade oder ist
Butcher,
Detlef
I
den
hear
Typen,
you
den
know
wir
Regis
suchen, der
too.
Mörder?
Even that you are friends.
Dann würde ich jetzt gerne von Regis hören, was er dazu zu sagen hat.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
Ach
My
du
word.
Scheiße.
What might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. When I help Regis, know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
Oh, aber lassen wir die anderen da alleine? Aber jetzt kann Regis das mal erklären.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped
Jetzt kommen wir
Brennan.
zurück und Detlef hat Oriana umgebracht.
Oriana. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Ich weiß nicht, trau dem nicht.
Splendidly, Detlef. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
Ja, klar.
You have exceptional friends. This Detlef,
Ja, ja,
an
wenn sie
intriguing
wüsste.
man to say the least.
The Beast of Beauclair.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count Delacroix' mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour
Da
and
fing
his
alles
men
an,
will
glaub
meet
ich.
you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Stürmt das Schloss. Senna, Detlef, Emil,
All is in order.
Oriana. Na dann gucken wir mal, was da über die Leute nochmal steht. Ach so, ja, der Bootblack. Der Schuhputzer, der sehr, sehr clever ist. Die habe ich ja sogar nur noch Kohle gegeben. So, dann haben wir hier Oriana. Da steht auch nur das Nötigste. Dann haben wir diese Sienna, die anscheinend eine sehr interessante Geschichte hat. Genau, die Schwester der Duchess. Ja, die Eltern haben halt geglaubt, dass sie verflucht ist, weil die während einer Sonnenfinsternis zur Welt kam. Und haben sie dementsprechend behandelt. Und so wurde sie halt dann auch relativ gefährlich. Selbsterfüllende Prophezeiung. So, dann hatten wir noch Detlef. Da ist was dazugekommen. Wobei ja die, ne, wo man sich da unterhalten, das war eigentlich ganz nett. Genau. In the conversation that which followed, the Duchess had no idea she was talking to the murderer she so wished to have slain. In fact, the beast of Beauclair even came off as charming. Ja, dann haben wir noch Emil. Ja, gut, dann ziehen wir uns mal wieder um und dann geht's los nach Dantein. Ach, dann mache ich aber vorher noch andere Sachen. Meet the Merchants. Okay, da geht es einfach nur darum, um einen Viech zu jagen, was sie nicht kriegen. Dann helfen wir denen mal. Quest irgendwann mal angenommen. A Witcher.
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be missed. Buy your tickets now.
Snake. Und danach kann ich wahrscheinlich dann auch schon mal das Bild abholen. Aber so langsam sind die Sidequests alle erledigt. Also mal gucken, wie viele da noch mal dazu kommen, aber... Na komm. Ist weg. Nein, da wollte ich nicht rein. Ja, ja, die Wegfindung ist wahrscheinlich ein bisschen komisch. Aber ich reite trotzdem hier gern durch die Gegend. Dumm, die dumm, die dumm, die dumm. Da ist es ja.